So if you want your child to become a musician, take away the TV, take away the phone.
Yeah, absolutely.
For me.
That's right.
All right, welcome patrons. This is Gibson here. Just wanted to give you a little inside look on my experience at the Hoosier Storytellers event at the Frankfort Community Public Library. When we were asked to do this, it was really exciting. You know, we did a lot of social media promotion, and also I even went on my buddy Bill's podcast, the GGHOP.
I will say I'm going to be at the Scana Theater
Please.
here in town.
That's right. I want to talk about that really quick. What is that all about? Because I don't think I know.
And you can tell who the musician is in the group because whoever couldn't be bothered to comb their hair at 8 a.m.
So it'll be me, my dad, Jason Wells, and our friend Hunter Wayne Scott, who I was just talking about earlier, too.
He lives just right down the alley.
Yeah.
I'm going to call him today and see if he'll come on the show. I'd like to get him to come on before this. And this is at the Scanta Theater in the library in Frankfort, Indiana.
Correct.
March 18th.
Yes.
Right?
I think it starts at 6.
No cocaine for Gibson. Well, that's exciting. But if you're local, that's something. Come check you out. Join the Patreon. Anything else you would like to hype or say before we go?
Gonna put me on the spot, man. Thought I was prepared.
If there was some sort of social, political comment you wanted to make before you left. Or...
Ooh, deep.
I mean, have me back again sometime. So
of course.
So we can bullshit more, I guess.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
It goes so fast.
The first one's always, always the biography.
So as we got to the library, you know, we did the normal things we would at any show, set out the merch. Got to enjoy the awesome local art as well as some regional artists in the gallery outside the Scana Theater.
This is the man, the legend right here, Hunter Wayne Scott. Here we are at Scana Theater, getting the merch set out.
After we were set up in the lobby, we went into the auditorium where the audio engineer Daniel got us set up with our lapel mics, and we went through the itinerary for the evening. Now all there was to do was wait. We had an awesome time chatting with everyone as they got into the theater and kind of just, you know, catching up with a lot of old friends and some people I hadn't seen for years. As the anticipation was building, I was starting to definitely get a little nervous because this was my first time doing an event like this. But nonetheless, I was really looking forward to putting myself out there and trying something different.
It really is true, though. I mean, I have 2 kids of my own. They're 7 and 4, and my wife and I are trying to get away from that because nowadays there's just so much stuff on TV that is just really just straight up weird, and it really kills a lot of creativity.
Are they spending so much time watching that they're not creating themselves?
Absolutely, absolutely. And they're only creating what they're told to create. You know, there's these things on YouTube and on Netflix and whatever, and it just makes kids, I feel like, very narrow-minded sometimes, and not really discover what their true talents might really be.
Did you, you said that you started playing guitar because they were laying around. Why were there guitars laying around your house?
So that was my dad. My dad started playing guitar seriously around the same time that we met the Wells family when I was a kid. And kind of the way musicians roll is there's always guitars coming in and out of the household all the time. And so there was always guitars laying around, people coming over playing guitar. And I'm still that way with guitars. They're always coming and going, it seems like. But just having one there really sparked some interest for me. They are, exactly, yeah. It's a tool to access parts of your mind that aren't accessed any other way, I think.
Gibson Wells is a multi-instrumentalist who plays all the instruments on his solo recordings. He also plays with his father, Jason, and his skills in the recording studio make him a desired session player in the studio. In the middle.
Thank you. Thanks, Mike. Yeah, I want to say thanks again for having us here. This is really cool seeing everyone show up for this.
So how old were you when you started playing guitar? For some reason, I pictured you as an infant with a ukulele or something, but it was later?
There definitely are a bunch of pictures of me like physically holding a guitar very, very young, but I did not really get into it until I was maybe like 10. I'll be 23 in June for context.
So will I. That's
Yeah. I'm the same age Hunter started listening to rock music, so.
Yeah. What did you do? Oh, I know what I was going to ask you. Much like a soccer mom or a football dad, were you forced into playing guitar, or did you choose it on your own?
This has come up a few times, and
I've actually gotten ridiculed for
From all kinds of
yeah,
stuff.
and I'd like to set the record straight that there was a time where Dad would sit me down and he would be like, all right, this is a G chord and this is a D chord, and I'd be like, that's hard, I don't want to do that. So I just didn't, and he was like, all right, well then don't play it then. And then a few years went by and I was like, started watching Stevie Ray Vaughan and Joe Bonamassa and just, like all the people like in the 2000s and stuff that were really big on YouTube doing guitar tutorials and stuff like that. And I was like, actually, that looks pretty cool. I think I want to give that a shot. So honestly, I did learn a lot more of my, like, I guess I kind of honed in my technique and stuff from a lot of YouTube tutorials and stuff like that from players that I admire.
Well, that's like the whole new way of learning anything. I mean, people are building houses from YouTube
University.
videos. So, what?
YouTube University.
Yeah. So, yeah, I saw some guy play guitar. He's like Australian or something. He plays on it. It's got nothing to do with anything.
Joe Robinson?
Huh?
Was it Joe Robinson?
He's an older guy, and he...
Tommy Emmanuel.
That guy.
Yeah. Joe Robinson is actually sort of a student of his. And that's actually one of the people I was about to bring up. He won Australia's Got Talent when he was like 14.
Okay, you're a multi-instrumentalist. I assume that means you play more than one instrument.
It's technically guitar, bass, drums, and some piano. That's about it. And I do write songs. Actually, there was I don't know if you remember the songwriter competition they did for the Hot Dog Festival like a few years back, but they had a whole sort of class with Kyle Cook. He was kind enough to kind of hang out with me and some of the other contestants and talk about songwriting and his experiences with Matchbox 20 and his solo stuff, and that was in here, so that was pretty cool. And so yeah, I've been writing for a long time. That kind of turned into me wanting to record my songs that I wrote. That kind of turned into me wanting to record all of the parts. So I learned bass and drums since probably freshman year, kind of around there.
This is something I was going to ask later, but I'm going to ask right now.
I think, yeah, a lot of talent is not inherent. It's an investment of time and abilities that you have to hone. I mean, I've been playing guitar for almost 12 years, probably recording and producing other artists for almost 8. I definitely didn't know what I was doing at all when I first started.
Yeah.
And
Just learn by doing.
Yeah.
Learn by failing.
It's an investment for sure.
I thought about it when Hunter said, he started learning how to play guitar, and a week later he writes a song, and I'm like, he has the music gene.
Yeah, I think he's just a freak.
Not everybody would do that. Huh?
No, I think Hunter's just he might be one of the few that exceptions, but that definitely is not how it worked for me. Yeah. But yeah,
it's just weird
crazy.
For everybody, really. Like almost like anything. Like if you choose to want to do it, you'll get better at it. And then even if you have the knack, like the longer you do it, the better you'll get. But it's always work.
Yeah.
It's always work and always learning something new.
Definitely.
Do you have a favorite guitar, or is there a guitar you would love to own?
The answer to the question is yes, I do have a favorite guitar, and I already own it, thankfully. And it is my granddad's HD 28. Wow. And I thought about bringing it tonight, but it's a little old, and I don't love to travel with it because it's obviously very sentimental, a lot of sentimental value there. And so yeah, my granddad passed away in 2011, and he had that Martin since probably the late 90s or something. Yeah, and very, very thankful to...
Skipped right over, huh? Yeah.
No, I think really what happened was he passed it to him, and Dad thought I should have it. So that's what happened there.
Okay, in 5 words or less, what does a recording engineer do? No, I was kidding.
Fix everything.
I don't know if you could hear, but there was an audience member that kind of pitched a joke. He just said, fix it. I think maybe a better description or a better answer to that would have been, don't get in the way. After the host, Michael Clausen, wrapped up his questionnaire segment, and after we also got through some live Q&A from the audience, the 3 of us accompanied each other in playing one of each of our original songs, and that was a really fun time.
I'd rather play right here at the library with you guys than on any big old stage, yo. Because everybody's just so busy. Trying to teach my children.
Just don't come crying to me when it's over. If you want something to lean on, then find someone else's shoulder. But you can't dream on, or you can face your reality. But don't come crying. Don't come crying. Don't come crying to me.
On one of my dad's songs, Till I Get Home, we had a really awesome moment of crowd participation on the chorus.
Traveling down this lonely road, I am weak, I am torn, one day closer till I get home. I'm traveling down this lonely road, traveling down this lonely road. Well, I am weak, I am torn, one day closer till I get home. I'm traveling down this lonely road.
As we wrapped up the evening and Michael did his last announcements to the crowd, we left the stage with a real sense of community, connection. It was really awesome just getting to share our experiences with these people.
Here we are in the aftermath. We had a great time. What do you think, Dad?
It was freaking fun. It was great. Good time.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome. That was a great opportunity to connect with a lot of people and talk about what we're up to. All right, Hunter, how do you think tonight went?
Man, it was a lot of fun. Had a blast. It was cool to get to talk about what we do for a living and for fun. And a lot of cool people here. Great questions. It was a great night.
Awesome.
As
Thank
we
you.
wrapped up and left the library, I started to get a nostalgic feeling. I remembered this library as the place I would come to get comic books or maybe even find guitar dictionary type things. But the fact that I was able to come back over 10 years later and was now on the very stage that I used to do musicals on, talking about how I get to do music for a living, was such a blessed feeling. And if you were there that night, thank you so much. I'm going to keep growing this series, and I want to do a lot more vlog content for you guys, so please give me some feedback on what you'd like to see. See you next time.